Hey, welcome to another The Writer's Life, that's what it's called. Saturday, haven't spoken to anyone. I'm telling you, I could do solitary. Um, it's not a boast, it's a concern. I can go days without seeing or speaking to anyone. It's something I need to address long term. Went into the newsagent this morning, doesn't like small talk. Um, that was his shift today. Tomorrow, like small talk, the guy who runs the Sunday shift, he'll be in there. He does like a bit of small talk. I'll prep my small talk later and break this vocal fast. But I am talking to you right now, and I'm going to talk to you today about my shopping trolley concerns. You know, as I get older, I'm trying to see if my final shopping days at some point, hopefully not for a few decades yet, but if I can avoid having to use a shopping trolley. I just don't think it's a great look for a guy. I was saying this to my uncle just the other week, and he was slightly offended as he takes the shopping trolley along when my aunt makes him go shopping with her. But I think it's an admission that as a guy that you're getting older, that you're losing your strength. It's see, I don't drive. Firstly, I never wanted to drive. I'm not interested in cars. Secondly, if I'd wanted to drive, I think I would have had a problem because I am a very clumsy guy. I think I would have been a nightmare on the road, and for the same reason I don't cycle. I just there'd be too many things to remember, and that means that if I live, of the many places that I've lived in, some have been close to supermarkets, some less close. If I live near a supermarket, I'll just walk my shopping home, 3-4 bags. Otherwise, I'm on a bus with the shopping bags, doubling them up. Do have my, well, actually, I'm not sure it's a bag for life. I pay the 10p plastic bags, and then I get about several months use out of each bag. But I remember moving to a place in 2011 back in Stockwell, which was, a 10-15 minute walk from the Nine Elms in Sainsbury's, the old branch, before it got refurbished into the monster-sized thing that it is now. And I think it was the first time, because I'd been living in a hotel for 6 months and then I'd stayed with two different lots of friends. It was the first time that I was doing the shopping for myself. So I don't think I was as fit as I normally am, and I struggled home with 3 or 4 bags of shopping. And the thing is, I'm not one of these guys who'll stop and put their shopping bags on the ground. I'm paranoid about that. I've grown up in Lambeth. You'll know from other videos that dirt is a big thing for me. I don't understand how you get people waiting at bus stops. They've got their shopping bags on the ground. That shopping bag's coming back into the flat. That doesn't happen with me. So I take my shopping bags, and if I'm walking home, those shopping bags, I don't stop for anything. My arms will be straining. I don't put those bags down until I get inside the flat. And the shopping trolley, it is a concern. It's not how I want to end my life, but I'm starting to think, well, I might be able to carry 3-4 bags worth of shopping now, but I probably won't be able to do that in the future. So it's either a shopping trolley or online shopping. The latter, considering the career path I've chosen. Are you going to be able to do online shopping as a writer? I mean, if writers are this badly paid now, imagine what it's going to be like 20, 30 years' time. So that's a concern. A similar concern is that I've always liked to live on top floors. As you get older, stairs become a problem. Will I need to move to a ground floor? Of course, with the ground floor might come a garden. I don't want a garden. Extra security issues too. The garden, someone might climb over the wall, break in that way, or, you're going to be the most vulnerable resident in a building if you're living on the ground floor. So these are things I think you need to start worrying about in midlife. I remember my aunt used to visit every Friday some years ago when I was in Stockwell, she'd bring her shopping trolley with her, and I'd established this antechamber in the flat in Stockwell, so shoes wouldn't come past that hallway. My aunt would disregard that. Every other visitor would remove their shoes. My aunt would come in with her shoes and the shopping trolley. She'd drag it in all the way into the kitchen. Um, because she would have bought me certain things. So, she'd take them out of the shopping trolley, put them on the worktops, and then we'd go out and, we'd go out for a coffee. And I'd just be thinking when I get back, I've just got to bleach that floor and then I've got to hoover everything, because, it's just the thing for me. I like to keep the street outside. I don't want it inside the home. And I remember we'd be walking to the cafe and I'd watch her with a shopping trolley and the wheels would go over some dog muck and I'd look at her and she'd know what I was thinking. My aunt knows me. She'd say, "Ah, it doesn't matter, it's dry." And I'm thinking, okay, how many times has she done that on the way to see me? How many bits of whatever has that shopping trolley been over before she brought it into my flat? So it's a concern, I just think it's one of those things that if I was to decide, okay, I don't think I've got any other alternative but to use the shopping trolley now. It is an admission that you're winding things down, that, you're coming to the end. Your peak years, I mean, you can't even see them anymore. This is just the final years before the care home. Um, I don't want to do the shopping trolley. I really don't want to do the shopping trolley.